Hello my friends, it's so good to be here with you again, and I'd like to talk to you about something that is really important but we hardly ever do, which is to take quiet time for ourselves, even if it's a noisy world, which you might hear in this beautiful place that is around me. And there's so many benefits to it. First of all, they're just common sense health benefits, where for your body it lowers the blood pressure, you relax. For the mind can finally begin to be more quiet. And within your spirit, you can be calm. You can find your center. And it's something that is so desirable. It so boosts your quality of life. But yet it is so difficult to do. And why is that? If it's something that we all crave, if it's something we all need, why is it so hard? Well, there's a lot of reasons. The first and foremost, I think, is we are in a culture of constant doing. And if you're not doing, you're made to feel guilty, you're not being productive, a myriad of reasons, and life will pull you away from life, different noisy things. The other reasons that can happen at times is the mind chatter. Even if you're there trying to be in a quiet space, the mind just keeps going and going and going and refuses to get off the hamster wheel. Other two reasons I can think of off the bat is boredom. Some people just get bored thinking that they're just going to be sitting there, not without something to do. And the final thing that I would say is a sense of just being afraid where life might take you, when you're not expecting it, where the mind will go, where the emotions might wander to a dark place that you're afraid of. But it doesn't have to be that way. You just really have to reframe it in the sense that it doesn't have to be that complicated. And overall, you already have all the equipment. That's the beautiful part. You don't have to buy anything. You don't even have to go anywhere. So the easiest ways that I'll share with you and methods that you can try mixing and matching, depending on what your situation is the first one is something we all have to do. Breathe. Simple breathing exercises. Focus being within your breath, feeling your breath, especially as you breathe in, you feel the breath going in over your breastbone, the sound of your breathing, like the sound of the ocean. And there are different practices that talk about breathing, including yoga. The other that I would say to you is that once you are within your breath, the other thing that you have is a heart. Feel your heart beating. Be within the sound of your breath, the feeling of your heart as it's pumping blood through your body. And with that as well, focusing very consciously on relaxing all of the muscles from your face, again, the chest, your arms, your hands, all the way down. Even if it takes where you contract them and then you release them. But you're going to find that as you are within that exercise of the breathing, the heartbeat, of contracting and focusing on your muscles, by the time you get to your feet, you are very, very relaxed. And it doesn't have to take a lot of time. If you find yourself getting distracted or worried about time, that you're going to miss out on something, then set a timer. Keep it simple. Just, start with 2 minutes. I recommend starting with 5 minutes. And when 5 minutes seems like it's gone like a breeze, increase it in increments of, say, 2 to 5 minutes until you hit, say, 20 minutes to half an hour if you can. 20 minutes is really, really good on a daily basis. And also, too, if you have others who are around you, begin to teach them that it is your quiet time. And if you have others, and especially if you have children, they learn more from what they see than from what they hear. You're teaching them, you're setting a good example that it's okay to have time for self. So say that you are also within your body, and even then it might be a little difficult. I say engage your senses. And we have 5 wonderful senses to use. The first one that I recommend, that I enjoy, I'm a visual person myself, is looking at something from nature. So even if you have a noisy background, you can look at the wind as it moves the leaves. It's so beautiful, and see the leaves waving. You can gaze up at the clouds and just see the patterns that are forming, feeling the winds. You can gaze into the waters, or if you're lucky enough to live by the ocean waves. But even if you're in the middle of a city or in a situation that you can't do that, the beautiful thing is that there are other wonderful videos on YouTube that have nature sounds, that have beautiful vistas that you can look into. So while you're using your other senses, you can begin just to focus with vision. The other one I like to do is hearing. And sometimes the best thing to do is just put in your headset and instrumental music. But I mean the type that is relaxing, like Native American flute music, one of my all-time favorites, of course. What they would call spa music is really nice. So you want instrumental. You don't want anything with words. You want something that is very, very soothing, like harp music. Celtic harp music is another good one, or an instrument that they call the hung, H-A-N-G. These are all wonderful things, and experiment. And you can even close your eyes and get lost in the sound. Feel where you are. And the reason why I share using all of the senses is that, say if you have a case where you might be challenged, maybe you're in pain in one part of your body, you still have your other senses that you can use in order to be able to relax and transport yourself while you're focusing on, again, your breathing, your heartbeat, relaxing your muscles. And if you're the type that prefers, say even going for a walk, but try to walk where it is quiet. I know it's hard, but where there's not as many people, and just being in the sound of your footfalls, just like this. And what you're going to find is that it becomes easier and easier. The other thing that I think is very important with quiet time is to reframe it. Too many times it's done at the end of the day, you're exhausted, it's one more thing to do. Instead of looking at it for what it is, you're giving yourself a break. You are making a statement that you are a priority in your life, and that you are also teaching others that it is okay to take quiet time, to honor your quiet time. And not to mention that if you make this a routine, it's a routine you start really looking forward to. The world gets to go away for a span of time. And as you go through this, if you make this a way of living, a routine that you do every day, like you would groom yourself to go out the door, then the unexpected sounds and noises no longer will faze you. You will find yourself being refreshed, having a brighter outlook on the world, and with that, people will feel the positivity. You being relaxed, you being more centered, being more calm. And the world, I promise you, looks a lot brighter. So remember, quiet time is a wonderful time to respect yourself, give yourself a break, and improve your overall quality of life. And so with this, my friends, again, I thank you so much for spending this time with me. From my heart to yours, bright blessings. Until we sit with each other again, thank you so much. And as always, I thank you when you share this video and comment. I always love hearing your comments. We can increase the positivity in this world. So again, Wanishi, bright blessings. Until next time.